Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming, people. This is a focus group for my book. It's about identity. We're going to be touching on topics such as relationships, attachment, and identity in general. So we'll be hearing people's views and from like a ethnic perspective. And so everyone else will be introducing themselves. So we know a little background of what people are doing and who they are. So we'll start off with Madame Sharon.
Hi people, my name is Sharon and I'm a personal development trainer and spiritual growth teacher.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma Acko. I'm a social activist and also an entrepreneur.
Hi everybody, my name is Anthony Valentine. I'm a computer science engineer.
Hi everyone, I'm Natasha. I'm a teacher. Yeah, I think that's it.
Hi everyone, I'm Adrian, also known as Nyan. I'm an entrepreneur. I like everything.
Fantastic. Hey everyone, as we've just had everyone introduce themselves, so we've got a great wealth of knowledge, different backgrounds, this is what I was looking for, different people from different lives, you know, and so now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what is brought us here today. Guys, I'm going to ask you a few questions and then everyone can give their opinion one by one, so that then after, in the end, I'll explain the protocol of what it came up to. Okay, so what is attachment trauma to any of you? Can anyone try to explain when I say attachment trauma, what does that mean to you guys?
Someone who's attached to something that's traumatically happened in their life, a past event. Could be a death, could be they had a divorce, anything personal to them, personal touches. Yeah?
Absolutely. Any opinions?
I was going to more or less say the same thing, basically.
So, how does attachment trauma affect your identity? If you've been through all this, like what Tasha said, how does that affect your identity in life?
Basically, it's like character building, isn't it? It's like, you know, if you've been through something and, you know, you get into a new situation, you got to take time out for yourself before you can move forward. You know, you don't want to keep reliving bad experiences, and you have to take the time out to understand who you are. So it is like a journey of self. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things, and you know, anything that happened to us as children, the way parents used to deal with us, upbringing, you know, schooling, bullying, you know, things can be quite traumatic as you become an adult if you haven't yet realised what affected you as you was growing up.
Great. Any other opinion? That's actually great, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it depends on, like, obviously it depends on the actual traumatic event, but in terms of, like, how it shapes your identity, I suppose it's how conscious you are of that trauma, and then any action that has actually stemmed from that trauma, because so much of our action that we carry into adulthood is actually very subconscious. So there's that, and then there's also, it's like, if you are aware of this of the trauma and then the actions that come from it, it's just like, okay, well then any choices that you make from that as someone who is aware is an action that's coming from an empowered position. So I definitely think it just depends on that and how it shapes your identity and how you look at yourself. But that's very much coming from the actual traumatic event itself, because someone who's experienced something that might have been, I don't know, like maybe rape or something sexual as a child, that would be different from someone who might have experienced, I don't know, like maybe beatings as a child, and that would be different to someone who grew up in a home that where maybe there were drugs or something. You know, I mean, it's all different.
So on that note, how does this attachment, the need for attachment, right? How does it affect relationships?
I mean, even relationships, that's hard to define. Is it your relationship with yourself, with your family, with your boss, romantic? Are we talking about all of them, or are we
So
talking about
at the moment,
romantically?
I'm talking about in general relationships,
Okay.
all over: mom, dad, partner, marriage, husband, wife. How does the need of attachment? Because remember, it's need. It's called need for attachment affect relationship. How does it need? Is there certain relationships that we need attached to, and there's certain relationship that we don't need attachment to?
Yeah, you need family attachment. So regardless of what traumatic experiences you've had with your families, you're always going to need them. And cutting them out of your life wouldn't make sense to your purpose within life, I think. And then when it comes to relationships, more the attachment need would be, maybe, I don't know, like you said, if it was a rape victim, they might be more sexually active than others, would need that attachment to possibly have multiple partners because that they was raped. It wasn't an enjoyment time for them. Yes, it was traumatic, but obviously because of that could cause them to react in other ways.
Yeah, continue.
And then I find that there's other needs where some people behave like they have different characteristics in relationships. Like their personality doesn't match who they are as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know. I found that the other day I met a person who was kind of like narcissistic. Didn't realise, but I find that's a problem as well.
Yeah.
Because they came with a charming side, and they wasn't really what they had portrayed, what they had spoken about, and how I'd seen them. Because then I got the real them came out.
So how did that affect you in any way, in any form? That meeting that certain individual, if you don't mind me asking, was that someone a potential date, or was it someone that was within the family? What kind of relationship was it?
That relationship was a new partner relationship.
New partner. So how did that affect you? Did it affect you in any way? And how was you able to notice that it's narcissistic? Because you've diagnosed it. How was you able to diagnose that? Because that's a diagnosis, and to diagnose something, you must have been with someone for a long time.
Yes, there was quite a few months in.
Okay.
And
so it's not something that you diagnosed within a month or
no,
so.
it took a period of time.
Okay.
Took a period of time, and from the point A to point B, I could see changes, and then he was kind of like disappearing, and then he did a thing of making my actions seem bad and trying to put me down with like my self-worth. He was saying things like, no, you're not a good person, and then my mind started to think that I wasn't actually a good person. And when I realised, I was like, hold on, no, you're doing something wrong here. And it only took no less than a week to figure out that what he was doing was actually really bad. And as I said, I did some research and I was like, hold on, but this is how narcissistic people act. They're very charming, come across charming, they come across very lovely to everybody, but then underneath them they're very nasty. They can say nasty things to you and make you feel like you're the bad person when really they're doing something bad to you. But that's only because most people, they have had bad past experiences that they can't get over, so they're trying to push it onto other people. And yeah, it didn't take long.
Absolutely.
It took, like, as I said, less than a week. And I think it was more, I went on gut instincts, intuitions, and how I sensed and felt the person.
Awesome. And so you've self-helped yourself out of the situation.
Definitely.
Through reading, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. What about you, Sharon? What's your view on this?
What's the question, sorry?
The question is about how does the need of attachment affect relationships?
Just like she just explained, I mean, like for you to be, I'm going to answer this like from a spiritual point.
Yeah,
for
we
you to
need
be like, to even have healthy relationships, you first have to learn to love yourself. Whatever happened must have happened, or the way it happened or whatever effects the event had on you, you need to step out, address the situation and step out. Because one thing that we have to understand is like if you hold on to that negative energy in your body, it's not healthy for you. So the longer you hold on to it, the more traumatic it actually gets for you. You might not actually be conscious of it, but it's not healthy for you at all. So you have to heal yourself from that experience and then let go of whatever negativity that is within your system. And then you can be a better person, and then you can start relating to people in a different way.
Any other opinions? That's good on a spiritual point. We will like that. We like on a spiritual point. So when you say on a spiritual point, what do you mean?
Because spirituality is human beings, we are energy. We're energy. So those emotions that we have is the bad energy within us. And that energy is just there to destroy you if you let it. And you being holding on to that bad energy, it does not give you the freedom to live your true self, to live your authentic self, to live the life that you want or the happiness you want to get. And as soon as you're not happy within yourself, you're gonna spread what is within you. So you